The show you're hearing right now is Land of the Sky with Brody Hunt. Brody Hunt, he's a incredibly amazing record collector who collects all regional records from the 20s, 30s, and 40s and puts a really cool show together. So check his show out every Friday afternoon. Two minutes. Don't forget what I said about your duties for this Radio Bristol session. How about we give it a try? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, very good, very good. That's great, that's great. We're good to go. What? Live from the birthplace of Country Music Museum. Thanks for tuning in to Radio Bristol. Chris Trulson here, and we've got a wonderful Radio Bristol session for you this afternoon. Whole bunch of folks out here in the theater to join us in this great session. Everybody say hey. Hey! See? I told you. Friday afternoon, all sorts of folks in downtown Bristol. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. Before we jump into this great session today, a few things to mention. Farm and Fun Time coming up in November, the second Thursday of November. We only have like 5 tickets left. We've got Blue Highway. We've got 5 Mile Mountain Road Band. It's going to be a great show. Go and get those last tickets today. They're going to be gone. Again, that's listenradiobristol.org. Christmas show, the Christmas Spectacular, the Farm and Fun Time Christmas Spectacular. Tickets for that are almost sold out as well. Church Sisters, Sally and George, Carolina Blue, it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a really, really good time, so you can go and check out information on that. We've got Frank Sullivan in the Dirty Kitchen coming through for a Radio Bristol session in a week or so. You can go to our website to see that full schedule. And also, by the way, if you're tuned into Brody Hunt's show, you can, of course, check out his whole show archived on our website. And we've got JP and Appalachian Travels coming your way in just a few minutes following this session. So let's jump on into things. We've got a band here, the first time here at Radio Bristol. We're really, really excited to have these guys. Top-of-the-line bluegrass band comprised of some of the best musicians in the industry. Folks, please make welcome Sideline.
Well, stomp your feet, play that fiddle, split the beat right down the middle, the banjo and the fiddle play, 'cause there ain't nothing like the old time way. the old time way.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Let's say it's a pleasure to be here for our first time here at the Radio Bristol Sessions. And I want to thank y'all for coming out, having a good time with us this afternoon. Real quick, I want to tell everybody who's playing for you up here, in case you hadn't seen us or in case you hadn't seen any of us individually. Down here playing the fiddle, he makes his home down around Greensboro, North Carolina. And he's just about to finish up over here at East Tennessee State. He graduates in December over there with a degree in bluegrass music. Yeah. Yes. I promise you he's getting an education here with us. If you would, nice hand for Daniel Greason on the fiddle. Thank you so much. Standing next to him from a small town just south of Raleigh, North Carolina, where we live, a town called Four Oaks, North Carolina. Four Oaks, anybody? It's about what we thought. That's pretty normal. Actually, you know, we had those hurricanes come up through there, and Four Oaks is now Three Oaks and a Stump. His name's Bailey Coe, if you want to give Bailey a hand.
Thank you, thank you.
Back here on the upright bass, a true veteran of our music. He's been around pretty much since dirt, I guess. He spent 7 years with the late, great James King, spent 14 years with a powerhouse band, Mountain Heart, and he helped us put this band together a few years ago, and we're certainly glad to have him holding the fort down back here. He's from Ruffin, North Carolina. That's brother Jason Moore back here. Yeah. Over here playing the mandolin, he's the local guy. He lives right across somewhere here. Irwin, Tennessee is his home. So we're glad to have him. Got his mom and dad sitting here. I wonder why he was behaving so good today. Boy, they're within striking distance right there for sure. Nice hand for Troy Boone right here on the mandolin. Down here on the guitar, he's young, but boy, he's been in this music a long time as well. And I'm mighty proud of him. He's my son-in-law down there. Originally from Los Angeles, California, the bluegrass capital of the world. He makes his home in McCullers Crossroads, North Carolina now. Yeah, there you go.
More than 4 Oaks.
Nice hand for Skip Cherryholmes down here on the guitar.
Over here picking the banjo for y'all and doing some singing and MC work. He's no stranger to this music, starting his career with the Bass Mountain Boys and then moving on to Russell Moore and Third Time Out. Took a short retirement but decided to come back out on the road, I think, by help of Skip Cherryholmes and Jason Moore's word. But I'm sure glad he did because he's a great boss and a great guy to travel the road with, and he's never met a stranger. Would y'all please make welcome Mr. Steve Dillon.
Thank you, folks. We'll do a song here off of our latest recording, which has been out a few months now. The title of that recording is Front and Center on the Mountain Home record label from over in Ard, North Carolina. And this song was the first single release. It's doing really well for us. It's done well for us this year. It's currently the #1 song on the Bluegrass Unlimited Top 30 for the month of October. So we'll get Troy to come around and sing you one about old Thunder Dan, all right?
Called Thunder Dan. Nobody comes around in the hills above the town cause they know of the mountain man, Thunder Dan. One day came a man with a Bible in his hand. Said, Dan, here's what you're gonna do. Old Dan shot him down, drug his body into town. He was back by the morning dew. Thunder Dan is a fighter, a lone outsider. If you cross him, he'll bring you down. 4 dogs, 5 hogs, and a house made of logs. He lives 30 miles out of town, Thunder Dan. Such a righteous man. He said, I know where to go with a fishing hole. Gonna see a Thunder Dan, Thunder Dan. Hey Dan, said the sheriff, tell me what do you know about the murder of Preacher Brown. He came a-preaching to me, told me what I ought to be, so I laid him down on that ground. Thunder Dan is a fighter, a lone outsider. If you cross him, he'll bring you down. 4 dogs, 5 hogs, and a house made of logs. He lives 30 miles out of town, Thunder Dan. 40 years, said the man with the gavel in his hand. Now take this wicked man away. Old Dan spun around, shot the deputy down, said, it ain't gonna happen today. Thunder Dan is a fighter, a lone outsider. If you cross him, he'll bring you down. 4 dogs, 5 hogs, and a house made of logs. He lives 30 miles out of town. Thunder Dan is a fighter, a lone outsider. If you cross him, he'll bring you down. 4 dogs, 5 hogs, and a house made of logs. He lives 30 miles
Bristol Session with Sideline, that Thunder Dan, the single off the new record, Front and Center. You can check out more information and get that record at sidelinebg.com. We're here with Sideline Bluegrass, and that's a song about a rough and tumble character right there, which there's a few songs on the record about some rough and tumble old-timey characters, aren't there?
There are. I don't know how that song went number one. He was such a mean person.
Hey, some people like mean people.
They do. I guess they do.
Apparently. Talk a little bit about the new record. I really like this sort of juxtaposition of these kind of old-timey characters, and you're presenting them in this hard-driving bluegrass style. But there's also, like we just heard, on the first song you played, you heard some old cluck old hen in there, and this cool combination of bringing all these things together. Yeah,
that first song, The Old Time Way on there, that was Jason's idea to add that cluck old hen. It just seemed like it needed something to put in there. A lot of people dance to it. On a lot of our live performances, we extend that song out a little bit. And so, it's really cool. This whole record, I guess it got a theme like that of there's a couple songs that just talk. There's one on there, Lysander Hayes. Right. He's a sorry, low-down guy, too.
right.
And so we always try to be versatile on our recordings and do a bit of everything that reaches the whole audience. Because you have a broad range of people that like gospel. Some people like the traditional. Some people like more contemporary, and we try to do that on our recordings as well as our stage shows.
Well, clearly y'all been appealing to a whole bunch of different folks. You guys have been burning up the roads. I've been looking at your schedule. Usually things kind of calm down in fall time, but it doesn't look like that's the case for y'all.
Yeah, we've been really busy, and start all over. The month of November, we're going to be out west for about 20 days, something like that.
Right.
We leave Wednesday, Halloween. We'll take our mask off and we'll leave. And then the first show is on next Saturday out in Phoenix, and then we go to Las Vegas and out in California for 12 or 13 days. So it should be a good time.
Yeah, man. Steve, talk a little bit about how the band formed. I know you've got multiple projects out. This initially, as I was reading, it sounded like it started out as a side project of sorts.
It did. This whole thing, I hate to say, is my fault. When I was working in the third time out, the previous band I was in, we always took the month of December off and was home. And a lot of my friends that aren't necessarily bluegrass people in the Raleigh area would say, hey, man, when are you going to play local? So I put together a string of shows for a couple years just around home there in North Carolina, and it was just Bill, Steve Dilling and friends. And I had different, Jason did a few. Of course, Skip moved when he and my daughter got married. I knew I wanted to play music with him, and so we just got a group of guys. Adam Steffi played some with me, Van Cleve, Ron Stewart, a whole, great musicians, whole host of musicians. But Darrell Webb was with us, and we just got booked at a bluegrass festival. And I said, man, we need a band name. And he said, how about Sideline, since it's a side project? And it just kind of went from there. I never, I got off the road, and I was done traveling, and I never thought it would get to this level again. But I'm certainly glad it did. I'm surrounded by some of the best people in the world, not only musicians, but just good people, and it's so much fun traveling these days.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations. You got an incredible band. Talk a little bit about the single, The Hands That Made the Music. This is a pretty cool story. There's a new record that came out called Come See About Me that supports the Bluegrass Trust Fund. Tell folks a little bit about that.
Yeah, the IBMA set up a trust fund many years ago to support musicians who've fallen on hard times, medical expenses, things like that. Y'all might find it hard to believe, but a lot of these musicians don't have health insurance or doesn't have good wives that have health insurance. So, but the trust fund was set up to help those folks, and our label came up with an idea with Doyle Lawson. Doyle Lawson actually spearheaded this whole thing to do a recording with all the folks, the artists on our label, to give back to the trust fund. The proceeds go to that. And this song that we did, I wanted to do a new song. I didn't want to, there's some cover songs on there, which are fine. But I called my friend Mark Brinkman, great songwriter, and I asked him to write a song. I explained to him what it was about. And he came up with this song right here. And this song, The Hands That Made the Music, totally talk about what this whole project is about. So
yeah, man.
That's where
well, it sounds like you're fixing to play it for us. I
Yeah.
think, if you're just tuning in, Sideline is with us here on Radio Bristol for a Radio Bristol session. They're going to be at the Down Home this evening, 8 o'clock. Go and check them out at the Down Home. No better place to see them than in the intimate theater of the Down Home, a great listening room in Johnson City. We're so happy to have these guys with us, Sideline. Give them a big round of applause. Gonna get a couple more tunes from these guys. Appreciate it. Take it away.
here we go, The Hands That Made the Music.
Wooden boxes and some strings, bringing life to the melodies. High lonesome voices sing, guitar, banjo, fiddle, a mandolin and bass. They put their trust in a sound, a lifetime leap of faith. Trusting in the music, trusting in the love, for all that they have given, we can't give back enough. For the soundtrack of our years and all the hearts they've touched, for all of this and so much more, we give our love and trust. Living out a suitcase, a million miles on the road, away from home and family, a sacrifice untold. It's the love and not the money, barely dollars and dimes, and it's hard to live in love when you fall on harder times. Trusting in the music, trusting in the love, for all that they've given, we can't give back enough. For the soundtrack of our years and all the hearts they've touched, for all of this and so much more, we give our love and trust. So here's to all the pickers and the legends we've lost, to the ones that carry on the torch, no matter what the cost. Trusting in the music, trusting in the love, for all that they've given, we can't give back enough. For the soundtrack of our years and all the hearts they've touched, for all of this and so much more, we give our love and trust. For the soundtrack of our years and all the hearts they've touched, for all of this and so much more, we give our love and trust.
folks so much. I think we've got time to do about one more song for y'all, and then we're going to head on out of here and head to the down home and try to get set up over there. We do encourage each and every one of you to try and come out, those listening and here with us. We start at 8 o'clock tonight, so be there and come enjoy some hard-driving bluegrass music. While we get switched around here, Skip's picked up a banjo and Steve's picked up a guitar. We'll do you that one off of the new recording about that low-down, dirty guy. His name is Lysander Hayes. Here we go. Get it. Repent your rambling ways, Lysander Hayes. When somebody plays banjo, you always dance a jig. And when there's a jug of moonshine, you're the first to take a swig. You sing along to every song like it's your favorite tune. And when the night is over, you're howling at the moon. Lysander Hayes. From dusk till dawn, you carry on my poor mama prays that you might see the light and repent your rambling ways. Lysander Hayes. You got a hand in every poke and you're sure meant for. You can't ever pay your debt, but you're never short on charm. We're always looking dapper, though you're living in a shanty. And when it's time to play it safe, you always up the ante. Lysander Hayes. From dusk till dawn, you carry on what your poor old mama prays, that you might see the light and repent your rambling ways. Lysander Hayes.
Radio Bristol Session with Sideline. For more information, sidelinebg.com. They're going to be at the Down Home this evening, 8 o'clock. Be there in Johnson City. Thank you guys so much for being here, killing it as you always do. Good music. Front and center is the new record. Go and get yourself a copy. And folks, I'm going to hand it off to JP upstairs with Appalachian Travels. He's got a great band upstairs in the studio. Randy Hickson and the Lugnuts are up there. So stay tuned for JP and Appalachian Travels. Thank you, everybody in the studio. Appreciate it.
It sings this song for me on my